This is Opposite Attractions, Season 2, Episode 1. This week's challenge, design a new theme park.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Opposite Attractions, the happiest podcast on Earth. I am your host, Scottye Moore, joined as always by the Imagineer in training. Should we give you a new name?
Imagineer in training. I think I'm in training to be in training.
In training squared, it is Jim Murphy.
Yes.
What up?
I'm here. I'm barely awake, but I'm here.
It's the beginning of Season 2. It's a brand new year, brand new slogan. I guess I need to come up with a new name for you besides Imagineer in training. Adventurers Club wannabe, Jim Murphy.
The Kungaloosh, yes.
Kungaloosh. Oh man, that was my favorite Tim Allen movie. So it's a new season, and we do not have a theme park anymore. We murdered our old theme park, of course, Apex. So we need a new one, and. Okay, I realized a problem, and that's the last.
Okay.
Well, the last time we pitched a theme park, I didn't. Oh, what's the word? Try. I didn't kind of realize the thunder I needed to be bringing to the table at that point, because Jim came in with like notes and shit. Meanwhile, I was there like I don't know, Branson-landia, bro.
You brought the thunder later.
I bring the thunder once we get on the inside. But this time, I think I have brought some thunder. And I would like, if you don't mind, I'd like to begin with mine.
Okay.
Because I've essentially created Opposite Attractions, the theme park.
Okay.
Because, okay, so just go with me on a journey through time and space. You walk through the gates of this amazing theme park. And you see this big, like, you know how, like, the opening to Magic Kingdom, it's like an old city. It's an old school city. It's really nice. Well, this is a new school city. Most specifically, New York City. And it is like you are in the center of Times Square, and there are all these giant billboards, except instead of advertisements for the latest Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson film, it is tweets from people visiting the park. It is, like, the very front,
okay.
The middle building is literally a live feed of everybody who has entered the park. So you're, like, welcomed consistently.
Yeah, welcome to Big Brother.
Yeah,
Security.
there's, like, pictures up that you've posted on your Instagram. This is the first completely integrated with social media theme park. And I've named it Creatopia, where you are the star of the show. Because that's the thing, Jim, and I know you've talked to me about this before. A lot of it just kind of feels like people are holding your hands through theme parks. Like, you know, you're being taken on an adventure, you have no control. This park is all about you have the control, you get to bring things in. Let's see, well, I had a few ideas.
I have a question first. Is any of the tweet / video / photo / live streaming, is it on some sort of a time delay where it can be monitored for like, you know, crotch messes or anything?
Crotch messes? No.
Like if a crotch mess would pop up like, hey, welcome to Creatopia, here's an eggplant emoji.
Here's the eggplant emoji. Yes, obviously. That was actually one of my first, because I was like, this would be really cool, and then I was like, 5 minutes until a dick is on that. 5 whole minutes is what I'll give it till a dick happens.
Yeah, at least Disney's dicks are metaphorical.
Yeah, and so, I had a lot of good ideas for it, like a few ride ideas,
Okay.
like obviously one obvious one is the...
So you're gonna get right into the rides right now? Is that what you're doing?
Well, no, just some ideas we could get into. Like, you know, the design your own roller coaster that they had in Disney
Some
for a
of
while.
thrills, yes.
Yeah, Some of All Thrills. Like, we'd have one of those where you get to make your own roller coaster. One I enjoyed was a vote-based drop ride where you're all sitting there.
Uh-oh.
And you're just like, I don't want to fall yet. I don't want to. Okay, you know what? I'm ready. Press the button. Uh-oh. The rest of the crowd isn't ready. Uh-oh. Now I just have to wait. And you can't change your answer. Once it's locked in, it's locked in. And then finally, once everybody, like, once 50% hits it, you drop. And then it moves you up and down. That was a few ideas I had. A lot of the rides are going to be based on, like, voting, like roller coasters where you, like, get a left or right. And the whole, like, train votes. Like, if you go left, it's like a drop. If you go right, it's a loop-de-loop. One of the ideas that I really enjoyed, though, was the fact that, not everything will work off of a voting system. You can't vote on, like, It's a Small World. And so I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool if one individual, like, person there got picked to do something cool? Well, how would we decide that? And that's when I came up with the Creatopia legacy system that's gonna keep people coming back. Because the first time you go, very low chance you're gonna get picked for any of those number one positions. You're still getting involved.
You gotta have seniority.
Yeah, the more you go, the more likely you are to be chosen. So you have to basically fall in love with Creatopia, and then you will be rewarded for your love.
Do you only get chosen once and that's it?
No,
or is there a limit?
No. Like, it will rarely happen. Believe me. But there is a chance you will get picked every single time. And so that was my idea, was just like these. I had a really good ride idea, and then I forgot it by the time I got to my notepad to write it down.
Oh, Jesus.
But
well, that's why we have like 14 or 13 weeks to figure that out.
Well, I do want to pitch my one ride, which I do like, because then it gives us a feel for what this season is going to be about. And this is before I rode Figment, this was what I wanted Figment to be. I do love Figment and all of its tropes and whatever.
You wanted him to be orange instead of purple.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Well, let's say I did, Jim. I had no choice. That bitch was going to be purple no matter what. But in my ride, what happens is you have a screen in front of you like Spaceship Earth. Next to you is a glass wall that we project onto. Screen, you build your imaginary friend. Next to you, after you build him, he zooms in and he is now sat next to you in the chair. And now you get to spin your ride with this little imaginary fucker next to you. And so you get your own little buddy you get to hang out with on the ride. And then...
how many unique options would we have?
Not enough to make a dick. Not enough.
I'm just saying, like, could you become bored fairly quickly if you just kept going back and like, oh, I've seen this one before?
I don't think
I can't pick anything. I feel like I can't pick anything different.
No. It's not going to be like the Figment little build your own Figment at the end of the ride. It's going to be better than that. Like, we're going to like have custom baseball caps and stuff like that. There could be DLC if we wanted. And then, as you go through, you kind of just go on an adventure with your little imaginary buddy, and then at the end of the ride, he's like, alright, gotta go! And then you go into a room, and it's like, it's a small world, except it's everyone's creations all around you. So you get to enjoy the artwork. And I think a lot of the stuff from this will be inspired by, the Jackbox series of games.
You're saying, like, per like ride vehicle train.
Yeah.
So like if there's 20 people on the ride, like on your set, like Imagination is, you get to the last room and instead of being like purple dots everywhere, it's just like 20 different imaginary friends.
All just like, what's up? Like they're like, what's up, Carly? What's up, Craig? What's up, Gareth? And then you, and then like, yeah, I just really like that idea. And then I came up with one, like, it would be like based off of the Jackbox game Drawful, where you get to kind of just draw your own creations and people vote on them and stuff like. If I could have the ideal sponsor for this theme park, it would be Jackbox Games, because they have like a lot of really good interactive stuff to boost creativity. This is a ride about creation. You create your own ride. So
I am intrigued.
Yeah.
I'll have to write down what that is, because I'll need to look up what that is, because I am not a...
Oh, the Jackbox game stuff? They're very fun games. Also, I like that they are like old game. Like, there are certain games where you can draw the enemies and draw what your main character is and draw all that. I like the idea of doing that, but then it becomes the ride. Obviously, we pick one person who is not inclined to draw a penis. But other than that, we should be good. My ride is my park is very, very susceptible to dick embarrassment. Within roughly 2 weeks, someone will have figured out how to get a dick on every ride.
It'd be like Hidden Mickeys, but it'll be Hidden Dickies.
Hidden Dickies, exactly. I have formed a theme park where
you just take the two circles for his ears and move them closer together, and then make the circle for his head just a little thinner and longer.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're good.
Mm-hmm. So that's my theme. I'm not committed to the Creatopia name, but I just...
Yeah, I think... Oh, no, it's Colortopia. Innoventions has two things in it. One of them is Colortopia.
Yeah. I just know I want it to be like you're the star, or like you make the decisions. That's the big idea behind all of it. And you create the rides. I don't know. Opposite attractions in theme park.
I'm going to read to you basically the like opening... Like, what am I thinking here? Like the opening ceremony speech thing.
Okay. So, like, you wake up at 8 a.m. to go to the grand opening of this theme park, and there's this old man sitting there with he walks out on a cane, and he's very crippled. Then as he gets close, he falls forward and does a somersault. He's like, "Hello!" And this is what he says.
That I could go with that. Okay, so this is I'm not really tied to my name of my park because it's very generic, and it kind of annoys me that it's been used for a lot of things.
It's called Hyperion.
But I'm gonna use it anyway for this because I couldn't think of anything better, and it'll probably have to stick. But okay, here we go. I apologize on the video because I'm reading. I don't know if I'm gonna get through this. On this day, we should take a moment to be reminded of the quote that started us on this long journey. The creation of this park. I am, of course, speaking of William Sessions, former director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, who said, "Winners don't use drugs." It is on that four-word foundation that Arcadia was built to be enjoyed by the masses 1 quarter at a time.
Yes!
It is my honor to invite you beyond our gates using the only 2 words that are necessary. Insert coin.
What? Welcome to Disney Quest ×5!
Yeah, actually, well, yes, it is essentially a theme park based around the arcades of the late 80s and early 90s.
Okay. So, welcome to Disney Quest ×5! Now,
the only problem I have with this is that I stated at the beginning of the first season that I didn't want to use previously done IP, and now I've thrown that out the window.
I was fixed to say, my dog, I'm not coming up with, like, new... What's up? It's spherical yellow man with a chunk missing.
Well, no, I had the idea of making characters based on game company, like game companies.
Yeah.
So there would be Williams, that is that is kind of like Wilson from Castaway, but it is a pinball.
Oh, okay.
With and instead of like a bloody handprint, it would be like a scuff mark from the pinball plunger.
Uh-huh.
But it would have a smiley face in it. And then there was Cool Nami.
Cool Nami.
Who could was a cat that had 99 lives.
Well, yeah,
was secretly a hacker.
He starts the day with 3 lives, but then every day when he wakes up, he does 2 jumping jacks, 2 squats, and then 2 left, 2 fucking left, up, down. Anyways, I just really love the concept of us trying to come up with like the rip-off IP for this park.
Oh no, I thought more like if you pick games that don't really have backstories and you try to make them.
Oh, okay. So like
this is The Adventures of Larry Pitfall.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant for like my favorite arcade game, Angry Monkey and the Little Racist. I have to come up with a backstory on why that monkey's throwing barrels at him.
I don't remember. Oh, I was gonna say I thought you were talking about Final Fantasy VII. I'm sorry.
No, it's all about the little racist jumping over barrels to rescue his not wife from this monkey. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Oh man,
we can kind of go either direction here.
Yeah, it's kind of in either direction right now because like the problem with mine is it's so open-ended that we could do a whole lot of anything and just like tie it in with one small thing. Yours is the opposite, where it's got so specific that we have to be like...
I had a hilarious idea that all the entrances to all the attractions would look like the cabinets, but larger.
Oh, okay.
Or like just the top. Like, imagine if you took the cabinet and maybe cut it off like where the quarters would go in.
And you go in through the coin slot?
You basically go in you would basically be walking in where the screen is, like in that area, but there would be just like flat sides. Yeah, flat sides. And then the name, like, above it, like, spray paint, freaking airbrush looking, what the fuck is that game? Outrun? Just spray painted up there.
Oh, yeah. Dude, can you imagine, for, like, our Halloween Horror Nights, one of the scare zones is just a line of 5 people running around, and if they catch you, you have to get to the back of them. And then they keep running around, and then if you run into the tail, you lose.
No, the scare zone would be
that's called the snake.
The game off road, but none of the steering wheels can spin very well.
Okay.
Remember that game? Do you remember that game?
Hey kids, you remember this hit game?
Oh, let me find it. Oh shit. Man. Oh yeah, Ivan Stewart's Super Off Road.
Oh, dude, I'm trying to think of a way we could, like, incorporate... Now I'm trying to think of ways we can incorporate, like, asteroids and, like, Galaga into this park. Alien Shoot Fest, I mean, not Galaga. Alien Shoot Fest and, Triangle Rocks.
It's not 1941, it's more like 1946, the war's over.
Yeah! It's actually just a tank sitting there, and it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. Yellow Pizza Man and Mrs. Yellow Pizza Man versus the Color Ghosts. That's a good one.
That game actually has a backstory, oddly enough, and it has to do with, like, space, I think. I think Pac-Man's supposed to be an astronaut.
Digging Man and his exploding, punishment tube. Oh, man. This season would be nothing but really shitty... like, rip-off characters, if that's what happens. I'm not mad at it. I feel like okay, what's your opinion right now between the two parks?
Well, how are we going to do our challenges this time? What's our challenge?
I think we're still gonna
situation?
have some repeat challenges, but I don't think we're gonna do, like... The beauty of the first season was the fact that we didn't have any specific to the park. We weren't like, all right, now you have to make a fire superhero based ride. The beauty of it was just like, this is a type of ride I like. Let's do something based off of that. So I think it's going to kind of remain the same. I don't think I'm going to be like, all right, next week is our Arkanoid series.
Next week we have to make a sandwich moment attraction.
Yeah. This is the Quicks-based ride. No one remembers it nor ever goes to it. Except for me, because I had it for my Nokia phone when I was like 10, and I really loved Quicks. Is a very good game.
You can. It's not in the park, but you can take home a hyper bicycle, a hyperactive bicycle.
Yeah. Man, it's gonna suck when we try to get Tron, though. They're gonna be like, no. I feel like someone else owns this IP. No, it'll be fine. This one's called Ron. It's just about some guy's stepdad in a laser suit. Just zipping about. And of course, Ron is played by Jeff Bridges. So yeah, I don't know. I like mine because it has more possibilities, but that's also
I like yours.
That's also scary.
I like yours.
Because then it just becomes a matter of like, wow, so we could just do anything. Whereas with yours, it gets very, very specific.
Yeah. Well, the point is that we could technically do anything with the last one. We technically did.
What makes you say that? Says the man who put Keanu Reeves in the Golden Girls in a superhero theme park.
Yeah, I just think if the idea is that the point of the place is that like the person is the like you going into the park is the like it's I don't want to say like you're the star or whatever, but you're trying to make it as aimed toward them as possible every chance you get.
Yeah.
And I feel like Disney, and I don't know if Universal's doing that stuff, but Disney's trying to do that stuff.
Yeah.
In little bits and pieces. So at least there's precedent.
Yeah,
we're trying to figure out where the line is.
That's kind of what I based it off of, like going through I can't remember if it's Jungle Cruise or Expedition Everest that will put your name and like the tickets on the wall and the signs on the wall, and then like on Haunted Mansion they'll have like your name or swap your heads around and shit like that. Like I want people to feel like they're part of the ride.
Yeah. It's kind of like Disney's at like step 2 of that, and we want to try to figure out what like step 100 is.
Yeah, we're like, what?
Like, where's the maximum amount we can take it before it's over the line?
The most interactive theme park of all time is what we are going for right here, I think. Like,
I think that works.
Yeah, I think that could work. Awesome. I did it, Ma. I made a theme park.
I just think we have to really nail down what the challenges are going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, I think we're going to have to repeat some of the stuff because they were very vague, but...
Yeah, like, I know we probably are going to keep a spooky ride and a roller coaster and the weenie ride.
We never technically did, like, quote-unquote roller coaster. We did motion simulator, and we did other things I can't remember.
Yeah.
But we never really said, like, oh, just make a roller coaster. It just happened a couple times.
Is there a name for this park that is not pure garbage? Is that because, like...
Well, if you remember from last time, I couldn't think of anything either.
You were just...
And then I created the worst thing ever.
Apex, the peak of... I'm done.
Hey, you're not supposed to say it. This is a new season.
Oh, I'm sorry. That baby's dead. I can't bring up that baby's name. All right, hold on.
Every time you said it, you nearly vomited, so I'm trying to stop you from throwing up on your microphone.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to look up creativity, but in other languages. Like, that's what I do. Anytime I need to name something and I get, like, I can't figure it out, I look it up in different languages, and whichever one sounds cool, I put it in.
Okay.
So, alright, let's see. Creative in... Looking for...
Swahili. Hakuna Matata land.
Well, in Basque, it's just creative. A whole lot of these is still just creative, sounding a little bit different. Creative. Oh, I can't read any of these languages. That's bad. Okay, hold on. This is an African language that I can't pronounce, but it's Kalenga. And I kind of like Kalenga, but it will also give us a real, like... It's gonna give us a Animal Kingdom vibe, I think. Oaha?
That's probably not a zoo.
creative. Haitian Creole, it's just creative. Creative, y'all.
Okay, so interactive in Mandarin is hudong, and I think that would be a
Welcome to Hudong, where you decide. Hudong it.
Where the dicks is.
No, that's what it is. Okay, hold on. So since this is not something that has to come into fruition, I'm now pulling back the ban on dicks. And this is now
That's awful.
And this is now called Who Dong It, the place where you get to be king and put dicks on whatever you want. And so, yeah, and then of course we have the Who Dong It warriors who go out and try to stop dicks from happening. It's pretty cool. There's a backstory to the park about drawing dicks on stuff. It's like, oh god, what's that Netflix series? It's like American, not murderer, American, graffiti? No, that's not it.
Jesus.
I'm just looking up American Dicks, because I know... American Vandal, that's what it's called. It's just a show where a guy... Like, it's based off of, like, the American Killer series, where it's just like, I don't know how he did it, but I know he did it, and stuff like that. But instead of it being a murder, it's all about a guy drawing dicks on stuff. I knew he drew the dick. The minute I met him, he drew that dick on there. And so, yeah, that's what this park's gonna be all about.
So you want to? I don't know if I subscribe to that.
You like how I had a good? You like how I had a good idea, and then since the episode was running short, I just decided to destroy it real quick.
I don't feel it was running short. I will say that in Norwegian, interactive is spelled so INTERAKTIV.
How about enter
I kind of like that spelling.
How about enter, as in like enter on a keyboard, ENTER.
Okay.
Active, interactive, and then like and then when you leave the park, it says exit active. Wait, why don't we just call it active, and then the front of the park says interactive? This is active, our theme park about interactivity.
Can we spell it a different way?
AKTIV.
That's exactly what I wrote.
Welcome to Active. Alright, we have a theme park. Interactive.
Yeah, we might workshop the name as we go.
Why? Just because it sounds like a Swedish pop band? We are active. This is our job. Hold on, wait, hold on.
I like this. I like Google's thing is that, like, the difference between Norwegian and, like, there's certain other languages. Like, the only difference is, like, one of them has, like, an accent mark somewhere in the word.
Yeah. So, we are interactive. That's the jam. That's the kind of music. Hold on, like, you know, Disney works really hard to make sure all their music sounds welcoming, and then it just kind of feels like it's faded into the background as you walk through interactive. It's just like. It's a theme park full of dicks and melodica music. Welcome to Interactive! Oh, God. So, well, we've got our theme park active. Jim, it's been a week. Where can they find you on the internet?
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. Oh, I can be found at Apparently Smart. on Twitter, and that's about it.
End.
Oh wait, no, I did Wonderland posts.
Yes.
While I was off.
Your smart version of this project, Wonderland. I
don't know if it's that smart, given that my first attraction is an intern bitching.
Well, it is apparently smart, so. And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo. That's SCOTTYEMO. You can buy my book on Amazon. It's called Queaselcorp: A Tale of Dicks and Douchebags. That's spelled QUEZALCORP. Actually, I just now realized the day this comes out is also going to be the day the brand new book BS versus the Gods drops. So make sure to check that out. It's by me and my buddy Blake Tanner. It's a fantastic book where we take on Grecian gods and destroy them in epic fashion, and it honestly has probably the most buck-wild ending to any book I've ever written, and I really enjoy it. Of course, if you guys are liking the show, if you're watching on YouTube or listening on iTunes, make sure to rate and subscribe. Do all of that fantastic stuff right there, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check out this and all the other amazing BS products on aloadofpurebs.com. We got this. We got my show, A Load of BS, and of course, Fight Boys, our pro wrestling podcast. And of course, me and Jim can be found online. Make sure to check out all of Season 1 before we get into Season 2 over at opposite-attractions.com. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me and Jim on the Twitter and Facebook at OpAtShow. That is spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OP?
I broke it.
OPP. Until next week.